Astro.
Bueno, falta uno o dos más para obtener todos los materiales.
Transfixed. Encased. Laid bare.
Ready or not.
Bring it. Transfixed. Letting brave names echo.
Bullseye!
Y se murió. Deme 4, por favor, deme 4. Me falta una. Ya no me alcanza la resina. Oremos. Por aquí. Aquí. Por aquí. Por aquí.
Something you wish to report?
Bueno,
Come on. You have me.
nada que valga la pena.
Undivided attention.
Así es que hacemos. Bueno, vamos que Paimon está enfermita todavía. Ay, ¿cómo te veo allí? Así que esta no me puedo trepar.
you get what you pay for, huh? Paimon likes this room a lot. Yeah, much better now that we're out of the cold. Oh, thanks for taking such good care of Paimon. Honestly, she feels kind of bad for throwing a wrench in the works. If this were anywhere else, we'd be out investigating and adventuring by now. But instead, we're stuck here waiting for a doctor. You're right. No need to push ourselves too hard for no reason. A lot happened on our way into the city. Let's review what we've learned so far and try to figure out what to do next. Obviously, the million more question is, what is this Tsaritsa planning? Everything else leads back to that. Sure was. And so far, we've learned that in addition to the 7 Gnosis, her plan also requires a ton of energy. But we won't get to see her anytime soon. Alosha said that she went east to fight that big monster. It must be a pretty powerful one if it can blanket the whole of Snezhnaya in a snowstorm this awful. To be honest, what we're really lacking right now is information. The kind of information that only the higher-ups in the government would know. Not word on the street type of info. Paimon can think of a few people who might be able to help us, but... Right! And when we left Nocrai, Snezhnaya specifically left a message reminding us which side we're on. So, it's unlikely they'd tell us anything confidential about the Tsaritsa's grand plan. Yeah, fair point. Besides, that Gloop-Off place is right nearby. We've got nothing to lose, so it'd be a waste not to go. There's gotta be someone there willing to talk to us, right? Maybe Arlecchino or Snezhnaya? Or possibly Tartaglia. But it's unlikely we could sweet-talk Arlecchino. Let alone Snezhnaya. She basically told us to stay in her lane already. Yeah, the last time was all the way back in Fontaine, right? Too bad we missed him in Nocrai. Apparently, he came to help out.
Hello. Is there a traveler and Paimon in there?
That's Alosha! Come in!
Hello, I'm Dr. Luneva. Alosha mentioned that one of you is feeling a little under the weather. I see. So you're my patient today, yes? And you're, Fae, I presume?
Good question. Paimon's not too sure either, but she's definitely not the same kind of Fae as the ones we saw at the train station. Is that gonna be an issue?
Paimon no sabe lo que es. Paimon es Paimon.
Not exactly. It's just, I'm used to treating human patients. Fae tend to be far more resilient than even the healthiest and most long-lived of humans. But don't worry, I do have some experience treating Fae. I've even diagnosed plenty of cats and dogs in my time. Safe to say, I have a fairly eclectic range of expertise.
It'll be fine. Paimon's basically the same as a human. Right? We're no different when it comes down to it, are we? That's just because Paimon knows how to eat.
Now, please take a seat. Okay, vital signs are good. Test results are all within normal ranges. I don't think it's anything serious. More than likely, you've just caught a cold. I can give you some medicine to tide you over, but as long as you rest properly for the next couple of days, you should feel better. Make sure to keep an eye on your temperature, though. If you find yourself with a persistent low-grade fever, or if your symptoms don't improve, just contact me again.
Sounds like there's no cause for alarm.
Thank you, Doctor.
You're very welcome. Just doing my job. I'll leave you in peace now. Time to visit my next patients.
Take care. You heard the doctor. Best you rest up here for a couple days. No sightseeing for the time being.
Alright then. Guess we've got no choice. Let's just treat it as a short vacation.
I have to get back to it. If you need anything else from the doctor or me, go to the Hunter Trade Station in Zolny. The boss there knows how to reach me. Hey, no big deal. You saved my life in the Shadow Realm. This is the least I could do. See you around.
All right, time to find Child and see what he can tell me. I'd better not disturb her while she's asleep. With any luck, I'll be back before she knows I was gone.
Can I get you anything?
Anything unusual to me at once.
I'm awake now.
Ciudadela de los Necios. Ese es el símbolo de los Patui.
Hold on. Please display your invitation letter or permit. Glupov does not accept meeting requests without a prior appointment. You'll have to apply per the advertised booking process and wait until your invitation letter is issued. Might I ask who you're hoping to visit? Another one who thinks the rules don't apply to them. I don't understand why people think they can just talk their way in here. But I have to go through the motions for... Wait a moment. I'll pass on your message. If Child is Lord Child is a busy man. He's probably not in Glupov at present. If I were you, I'd cut your losses. No point waiting any longer. Even if you two are old friends as you claim, please understand that the Fatui Harbingers are often busy with their official duties. They tend not to stay in Glupov for extended periods. Next time, stick to the rules. You'll make life easier for both of us, Greetings, Lady Marionette.
I'll take care of our guest here. It's his first time in Snezhnaya, so it's no surprise that he doesn't know the rules yet. I trust no choice words have been exchanged. No misunderstandings I should be aware of.
No, Lady Marionette. No incidents to report. Whew, that was a close call. Good thing I played it cool.
Is that right? Good to know. Wait, under the weather? That's hard to imagine. She's always buzzing with energy.
Sí, pero se enfermó la pobrecilla.
I take it she's still adapting to the climate. Happens to a lot of people. It's even colder here than in Nodcry. Has she seen a doctor? All right then. Well, let me know if you run into any other problems. Why else? I was just about to sit down for some much-needed tea time when I heard that an old friend of Tartaglia's had shown up outside. No appointment, nothing. And, as obnoxious as it may be to show up uninvited at Glupov, I couldn't help but take pity on the poor soul who was waiting outside in vain. So, well, I felt our time working together in Nodcry warranted some courtesy. I couldn't. Unfortunately, I can't invite you inside either. The rules of Glupov wouldn't allow it, and as a harbinger, I have to lead by example. On the plus side, Snezhnograd actually has some class, unlike Nasha Town. Torchlight Books has a very nice selection of teas and cakes, so we can catch up there. Your treat, of course. Because I already wasted one perfectly good cup of tea today. That...
Un montón de Fatuis. A ver, ¿dónde estás, Marionette?
Bring it!
I've ordered for the both of us. No objections, I assume. I'm sure you trust my taste. Okay, let's get down to business. I'm guessing you don't actually have any urgent business with Tartaglia, per se. You just want information, right? Wanna take a guess? Of course you'd say that. You shouldn't underestimate Counselor Tartaglia, you know.
Senador Tartaglia.
That's right. I'm sure you've heard of the Snezhnaya by now. Well, he's busy preparing some paperwork for their next meeting. They'll be discussing yet another extension to Project Stuzha. It's basically all anyone cares about in Nevecha these days. Yeah, he's more of the shoot first, ask questions later sort, isn't he? It all started with a very detailed letter that Capitano left for the jester, Piero, before leaving for Natlan. In that letter, he detailed the future arrangements for his subordinates. All of his key people were reassigned to Tartaglia. I guess he'd already prepared to leave us for good all the way back then. But Piero didn't reveal the contents of the... That was his reaction, too. Why me? With a bewildered look on his face. He'd always assumed Capitano looked down on him. He was a man who kept his thoughts to himself and barely spoke to him the whole time they'd known each other. But he occasionally brought Tartaglia along to my tea parties back in the day. So to the rest of us, it was clear that Capitano had quite a lot of respect for his young comrade. By the rest of us, I mean my tea party regulars. Arlecchino, Rosaline, and... Actually, not Columbina. She was probably oblivious to it. Anyway, then the Liu's situation happened. Normally, it took a lot to get under Capitano's skin, but that time he was furious. It's not really my place to talk about it, though. You can ask Tartaglia about it sometime. Basically, Tartaglia probably had the wrong idea about Capitano all along. Right up until Piero revealed the letter he'd left behind. Capitano believed that despite Tartaglia's immaturity, he showed great potential. Plus, he possessed a kind of purity rarely seen among members of the Fatui. Yeah, it's one of the few things that I'd agree those two have in common. But there's one other reason why Capitano chose Tartaglia to assume command of his troops. He knew that after he was gone, several of the others would swoop in on his army like vultures. With the ones who stood to benefit the most being the rooster Pulcinella and Regrator Pantalone. Once they divided Capitano's troops between them, they'd be more powerful than ever. No one would be able to stop them. So, you can see why Capitano chose to hand that letter to Piero, right? Exactly. Piero also needed to back a harbinger as soon as possible. And all things considered, Tartaglia was the best choice. Even though Tartaglia has had the support of Northland Bank for a long time, he and Pantalone are ultimately not cut from the same cloth. I'd say Capitano made a good judgment call. Anyone else caught in this situation would probably feel like they'd been hung out to dry. His best course of action will be to distance himself from any shady business, while still maintaining friendly relations with Pantalone, but seeking Pulcinella's support at the same time. What's the point in having a tea party if you don't spill a little tea? Besides, none of this is confidential anyway. Ask any journalist out there. You'll see it firsthand if you ever sit in on a session of the Snezhnaya. Having a voice in the Vecha is the only way to steer policies in your favor. So, every person in that room, Pantalone, for instance, represents the financial sector, and Tartaglia represents the Fatui soldiers. Personally, I have no interest in political jousting. But since I have a number of
Then there's Pulcinella, the linchpin of the Vecha. He represents politics itself. Everything involves him, so nothing can bypass him. Any issue that comes up, he knows how to mediate. That's what the Tsaritsa values most about him.
I'm starting to see why everyone is so frustrated with the way things are. But a complex web of interests connects all parties involved. And the Tsaritsa sitting at the top at—
All right, I'm done carrying this conversation. You must have known that you can get the info you needed from me. So why was Tartaglia the first person you asked to see and not
No
me?
estarás celosa, ¿no?
Huh? Jealous? Wait. Oh, I think I know what it is. Columbina passed on my message to you before you left Not Cry, right? I only meant you should be mindful of which side you're on. Is that actually why you didn't ask for me? You... fair enough. It's not your fault. I blame all these politicians I've been Anyway, just ask for my help next time, okay?
Lady Marionette.
What now? Can't you see I'm on my break? Whatever it...
Sorry to disturb you during your break, ma'am. But I'm afraid it's...
Isn't it always? I've told you before. Fixing the tracks and transporting ice...
The equipment in Svietlo-Lightovka is in urgent need of maintenance. With how the weather's been recently, we suspect that the cause is the supports on one of the machines broke and fell, awakening a dormant beast and leaving many of the ice miners trapped in a nearby ice cave. Luckily, Odette's team was nearby and launched a rescue operation. But we're still facing a severe manpower shortage for both the rescue and engineering teams.
I guess that's it then. Our tea party will have to end here. I'm the only engineer you'll need. Do you actually want to come with, or are you just saying that? Nice of you to return the favor. I'll have a couple of people look after Paimon. They can let her know that you had to... And honestly, I'd rather have your help than anyone else. Then let's go. You, take 2 people to Pavorier Rest. If anything happens to Paimon...
Yes, Lady Mayor.
Uy, una adivina. Quiere robar mi dinerito.
How exquisite. Now
Se me subo ahí. ¿No? Jejeje. Con algo de bloques de hielo. Porque le quité una manzana. Veo que hay un regalo.
I'm keeping the lookout. Don't worry, there's no ambush.
Y tiene sentido que fueran dos. La de la simetría. Y acá abajo hay otra.
They weren't exaggerating. This is really dangerous. It's a good thing only one of them broke. From what I've been told, most of the trapped miners are over in that yeah, you do that while I meet me back.
Bueno, a rescatar mineros. Si ya no se pueden subir.
I have to be.
Don't go any further.
Odette!
It's too dangerous here. There's a highly aggressive monster on the prowl. You need to I see. You're the backup from Snezhnaya. Well, I'm Odette. Good to meet you.
Ah, so this is Odette. She was the first member of the Fatui on the scene.
There are 5 people trapped in the cave. Monster, let's go. Every second counts.
Cisnes. Cisne blanco y un cisne negro. No.
Careful. Something's moving. This must be the monster's shadow. Looks like a tough opponent.
Thunderclap!
Stay back!
No.
Lots of the snowflakes.
Here!
Pot of death.
Following thunder!
I see them. They're right behind the monster. The monster seems very agitated. It could attack at any moment. Let's make the first move.
Mira el monstruo.
Take this!
Together. Crystalline Adagio.
Here!
Pirouette.
Thank you for saving us. We'd have been monster.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You should be safe now. Follow this route out.
Thank you.
I've searched the area. Pretty sure the monster made a Yeah, but with us here, it won't be coming back anytime. It may be small, but don't be fooled. It's a ferocious... It's lucky we got here when the trapped miners have been successfully evacuated.
Wait, this place. There's something unusual about it.
What is that?
I don't know.
Espada. Éter consigue una
Estes
espada.
family. Run!
Oh no, dead.
Thanks. Let's get out of here.
It's the funniest. Arma especial en las profundidades de una cueva. Su origen es un misterio, pero tal vez puedes descubrir más sobre ella durante tus aventuras. Una espada nivel 5. Probabilidad de daño crítico 7.2. Ataque base 46. Cuando el viajero lleva esta arma equipada, tras golpear a enemigos, su ataque aumenta en un 16% durante 8 segundos y recupera 3 puntos de energía elemental. El efecto solo puede ocurrir una vez cada 5 segundos y se puede activar incluso cuando el personaje está en tu equipo, pero no en uso. Una espada larga que una vez brilló con la gloriosa luz de la estrella al vir al caer en manos de alguien que se ha emprendido el viaje, se convirtió en un resplandor completamente nuevo que no pertenece a ninguna época pasada. Ya que ahora no puedo usarla para nada.
Staring into my eyes is ill-advised. I can't promise you'll like what you see.
Everyone's accounted for. We managed to rescue them all. You really held your own today. I still don't know your name. Don't think I've seen you before. I'll remember the name. All right then. See you around. Hello, Lady Marionette.
I hear the rescue operation was a great success. I knew I could count on you. What brings you here, Odette? Here for a performance?
No, a Fatui mission. I happened to be nearby and heard the crash.
She hasn't introduced herself then. Odette is the prima ballerina of Snezhnaya. She's quite the celebrity. If you ever hear people mention the two crowning jewels of the Korolievsky troupe, they're talking about Odette and the prima donna, Vodianitsa. On top of that, Odette's also a rising Fatui star. It's looking likely she'll inherit the title of the Fair Lady. She learned all her combat skills from Rosaline herself. Used to be one of her most valued subordinates, too.
You flatter me, Lady Marionette.
If she's Rosaline's protege, that makes me... Never mind. There's no need to bring it up. No point making things awkward.
How's progress on your end, Lady Marionette?
Equally successful. I finished reinforcing all the equipment. Took me a little longer without Polonia's help. But the outcome is the same, of course. Even if the heavy snowfall summoned by that monster lasts for another 3 months straight, this equipment won't give way. All right, now that we're done here, it's time to get out of this blizzard. Sure, but Snezhnaya will send someone to investigate and draw up a relief plan. And I guess I'll have to write the incident report myself this time, since it involves a mechanical malfunction. First, Pantalone needs to approve the budget. Then Pulcinella has to sign off on the plan. Once they've argued it out and reached a compromise, we can move forward. That's the rough process anyway. Could take anywhere from a couple of weeks to a couple of months, depending on how smoothly it goes. Yup, nothing we can do about it. There's a whole stack of incident reports like this back at the office.
The snow has eased a little for now, but there's no telling when that will change with that monster still at large. Fuel for heating is in short supply, and relief is weeks away. There's no immediate threat to life, but still, it just feels like there should be a better way.
Hey, quit daydreaming. Let's get back to Snezhnograd. When did you get a new sword?
I found it in a cave. It handles pretty nicely.
You have a strange affinity for secondhand swords.
Del frente se tienen que ver 3 y 1. Del lado de allá. Ah, esta tiene que venir al frente.
Something with which to
Pues se podía demoler el pajarito.
Overruled. What greater pleasure is there than the unexpected?
Es un gato aquí.
There's a lot of good stuff in here. Want to split it? Just kidding. You can take it.
Well, if it isn't Counselor Tartaglia, Mr. Big Shot himself.
Go easy on me, all right? I'm still recovering from the interrogation the real Big Shots put me through. Hey, comrade, it's been too long. I heard you came looking for me earlier. Nicest surprise I've had in a while. Good to see you too, Odette. I'm guessing you guys just got back from Sviatlo-Lydovka. How'd it go? Crisis averted?
It went fine.
How about you? Any new developments?
Not really. Same as ever. Growing opposition to Project Stuja, and the usual rebuttals are starting to ring hollow. The results of the mock vote were pretty dire. Pulcinella was fuming. I've never seen the old man so angry.
That's not good news. It takes a lot to rattle him.
Yeah, obviously if push comes to shove, there are ways to crack down on dissent. But...
Sorry, I have to ask something. This is going to sound blunt, but may I?
Huh? Of course, fire away.
It sounds to me like everyone's tearing their hair out trying to figure out how to deal with opposition to Project Snezhnaya. But what exactly is this project's purpose? And how can it be so important that even people like you two refuse to stand up for the ordinary people of Snezhnaya?
Interesting. I gotta hand it to you, comrade. You sure don't mince your words.
Excuse him? What does he mean, refuse to stand up for ordinary people?
Oh my gosh. How does he dare speak to the Harbingers like that?
Are you interrogating us now?
It's okay, Sandrone. Let me explain. I think I understand where he's coming from. If I could, I'd take your side right now. In fact, my position's very similar to yours. I've only held back on casting a dissenting vote in the Vecha because the Tsaritsa would never let me get away with it. Still, I have a responsibility to the Fatui armed forces, so I do what I can to make their voices heard. Most of them are just regular folks from small towns far from the capital. I'm sure you've seen how much those kinds of places are struggling right now. Oh, and for what it's worth, I'm from Arepasak myself. Things aren't going so swell there either. The Tsaritsa wants to create a better, safer future for the people of Snezhnaya, but she's thinking long-term. I don't doubt that from where you're standing, Project Snezhnaya seems to be creating all sorts of issues for everyone. But considering the Tsaritsa's vision for the future, these are sacrifices worth making. Sounds cold, I know, but I promise it's not as black and white as it seems. Maybe Sandrone and I can't oppose Project Snezhnaya outright, but we're constantly raising our concerns in Vecha meetings. And even though we can't put an end to it, there are plenty of other ways to make a difference. We're trying everything we can think of, and so is Pulcinella. I respect Her Majesty the Tsaritsa and trust her decisions. But at the end of the day, I'm still just a normal guy who cares deeply about my homeland. And my family, who all live here. There's no way I would ever abandon them.
As contentious as things can get within the Vecha, there's no selfishness or malice behind it. Everyone wants to get through this period as smoothly as possible. The issue is that there's no way of pleasing everyone under the present circumstances. Most of the time, we're trying to decide on the lesser of two evils, which obviously isn't a great look. But that is not the same thing as being blindly loyal to the Tsaritsa. No one's got their head in the sand here. We're all well aware of the way things are. We're just doing our best to make it work.
In fairness to Sandrone, she rushed to Svietlo Lidovka's aid the moment she heard that people were in danger. And even Tartaglia, who used to only care about the thrill of the fight, is clearly doing his best to rise to the demands of his new role as counselor.
Hey, come on. There's only so much we can say, so don't press us too hard. Look, I know how untenable the Tsaritsa's position looks if you don't understand her motives. Maybe you've heard already, but she's currently leading her army on a campaign to the east to defeat the monster that's been causing these brutal blizzards. Striking that monster down will be a significant step in dealing with the present energy crisis. As laser-focused as she is on realizing her lifelong ambitions, she's still putting time and energy into taking down this powerful monster. To me, that says a lot. If she thought Snezhnaya and its people didn't matter in the grand scheme of things, why would she waste her time on something like this? Thanks. I meant every word I said, though. I wasn't just trying to placate you. I've already done more than enough diplomacy for one day.
I still think this adventurer raises a very important point. Our two Harbingers have made their positions very clear. But there are many others in the Vecha who must feel trapped and forced to vote against their conscience. I think it's a very valuable quality to be willing to speak one's mind, despite the risk of offending powerful figures.
You can say that again. I highly doubt we'd feel the need to explain ourselves so much if we didn't know you so well.
Forgive me, adventurer, but might I be so bold as to ask about your background? How is it that you can converse so openly with two harbingers?
Oh, haven't you been properly introduced?
Easier said than done. I like to think I'm not the kind of person who goes around busting open people's old wounds.
I've only learned his name so far, and no details of his experiences. Is something wrong?
Uh-oh. Is there no avoiding the subject of Rosaline?
No, it's just... all right, I guess there's no getting around it. This is the world-renowned traveler, who helped resolve the storm terror threat in Mondstadt, cleaned up after the mess I made in Liyue, and then went to Inazuma, where there was a duel before the throne, in which the traveler defeated Rosaline.
Oh.
I'm sorry. I didn't think you two would be seeing much of each other, so I figured it wasn't worth bringing up.
It's fine. It was a long time ago. It's fine. Sorry. I just remembered that we have a rehearsal coming up. Please excuse me. I should get going.
I've mentioned this to you before, remember? She was Rosaline's most valued subordinate. But they didn't actually get along. Not that Rosaline was really the type of person to make friends, but death has a way of resolving a lot of conflicts.
Don't let it weigh on you. Like she said, it was a long time ago. It's in the past now. Odette has a very different personality from Rosaline. Give her some time. I'm sure she'll work through it. Oh, by the way, where's Paimon? It's not like her to hide away.
She hasn't been feeling well, so she's resting at Podvorier restaurant. I got a couple of my people to look after her while we were gone.
Oh, right. Sorry to hear that. Poor thing. Reminds me of when Tonya was little. She really felt the cold back then. Used to get ill all the time. I felt so bad for her seeing her lying in bed, coughing. She was so mature for her age, though. Whenever someone came to visit her, she'd greet them with a smile and would never complain. I'm sure Paimon's a good kid, too. You're a little short on manpower, right? Let me have a couple of my people take over for yours. I'll send my most capable and reliable. They'll make sure Paimon can recover in peace.
Well, that would be great. Your people are more qualified.
Hey, don't mention it. I'm sure you have things to do. Hopefully this takes a load off your mind. So no more accusing me of not being on your side, all right?
Already? That was quick.
I'm afraid I can't help you there. Our director's recent movements are confidential. Even we're not in the loop. If you hadn't told me, I never would have known he'd gone south. I assumed he'd been in Glupov this whole time. Well, I guess I'd better go sort out Paimon's security situation. I have some other work to catch up on at Glupov anyway.
Me too. I have an incident report to write up. Let's leave it there for now.
I guess everyone's in a difficult position. But Tartaglia's right. I have things to do. Things I want to do. And things I ought to do. To start with, I should ask Alosha if he knows any way to help Svietlo Lydovka.
Bueno, ¿cuándo puedo mejorar el arma? El herrero es un enano.
How strange. This sword seems to be vibrating of its own accord. It's a very faint vibration, but it's getting stronger as I get closer to the statue of the Seven. Does this sword have some connection to the statue? But all it does is vibrate, even when I touch it. That place I got this sword from was definitely out of the ordinary. Maybe I should try channeling the power of cryo.
Sí tengo.
There really is something special about this sword.
Fortalecer hoja de Exaifanes. ¿Qué necesito? Aquí. Tengo que buscar todas las estatuas de los 7.
I don't really understand what just happened, but I'm pretty sure this sword just got a little more powerful. I'll have to try the same thing again when I come across another statue of the Seven. In the meantime...
Una, dos, tres, cuatro. Cinco. Bueno, es que no hay que usar materiales. 79% y 206 de daño crítico. Papá. Propuesta.
Bring it!
Diga que aquí me congelo. Y de la nada se disipa.
Bring it!
Así de la nada. Agresivo.
Let the mountain's veins boil! Bring it! The forge!
De la nada llegó la ventisca. Estatua no sé cómo llegar por ahora. Quick time events. Yes, conejo, ¿quién es?
Hello there. How can I help? Ah, sure thing. Give me a sec.
It's a familiar story. I've had similar experiences. It's a fundamental contradiction. If emergency relief can't be delivered in time, what's the not necessarily. I think there's a good chance that Kresnik Crystal from Stratomeros will start flowing into the market. When we resolve Stratomeros' energy issue, it's like we open the floodgates. A huge backlog of Crystal is now available to the townspeople. There's no way they can use it up at once. A lot of them will probably stockpile it and slowly work their way through. Probably a good idea, since energy prices are... Exactly. At the current prices, selling Crystal is an easy way for an ordinary... Hey, boss.
1 second, let me check. So, you're planning on buying the...
Yeah. I don't know if I have enough, so I'll chip in a little extra and buy as much as I can afford. No, it's fine. You're new to Snezhnaya, and you have your own living expenses to worry about. Besides, you're already
Here's your Mora. See what you can find at the market. But I doubt there'll be much...
Yeah, well, can't hurt... Let's see... Huh?
Oh, Alosha, and... Hello?
I didn't realize you two knew each other. Yeah, I take on some odd jobs in the city to supplement my hunting income. Sometimes I work as a cleaner or prop. When the weather's as bad as this, it's better for a hunter.
Yes, and we sometimes need extra help.
Wait, why is the atmosphere so awkward? I thought... So, what brings you here, Miss Odette?
No. After I got back to the theater, I couldn't stop thinking about the situation, so I decided I'd come here and see if there's anything I can do. I didn't feel comfortable expressing my true opinions in front of the Harbingers. Without knowing the full picture, I can't make sense of...
So many people feel the same way. They wish they could do...
Yes. Well, that's one option. But there are risks to consider.
Right, because things can get out of hand, and it's hard to hold the...
Sandrone said Odette was on track to inherit the title of the Fair Lady. Still, it's probably a little soon.
What's on your mind? I think we can both agree that no matter which side you're on, it can't stop you. I know what Rosaline did while she was abroad. You made the right... So, what's your plan?
Oh, we were gonna buy some Crystal. I heard there's some on the...
Funny. I had the same idea. In that, the real issue here is that government relief is behind schedule. Surely it makes more sense for the state to cover these costs than for us to pay out of our own pockets.
True. It's a huge expense after all.
Let me see. I'll take it all. Right. Choose mission budget under the expense category, but be sure to specify emergency rescue operation in the description. Otherwise, the normal reimbursement limit will apply. Let's book this train. Regulations say that if we need to transport Kresnik Crystal during Project Stuja, extra carriages can be added 1 hour before departure. That should do it. The train will be escorted to its destination.
This is my first time seeing you handle Fatui affairs, Miss Odette.
You flatter me. It's only because I've been doing...
Anyway, I bet you've been non-stop today, am I right? Any idea?
What's wrong?
His travel buddy. Hasn't been feeling well. She
Sounds like she's important to you. I can't...
I've got nothing going on right now, so I'll join you. I want to see...
May I come too? I have some candy that someone gave me back in Svietlo-Lidovka. Plus...
All right then. I still don't know what the deal is between these two, but at least the tension...
Hello. Sorry.
What happened?
Oh. Please, excuse me. Are you... Ah, it's really you. Sorry for the inconvenience. We're under strict... At the same time, we can't interfere with Podvoye Restaurant's business. That would only seem all the more... Besides myself, a few of my colleagues are stationed in and around the restaurant. In plain clothes, of course.
I didn't expect such...
Well, Master Child handpicked us for this special assignment. Anyway.
¿Qué seguridad se montó?
Traveler! Awarsha, you're back! Oh, hey! Who's our new friend?
Hi, I'm Odette. The Traveler and I crossed paths a few times.
Another friend from the Fatui, huh? You're practically a member yourself by this point. Paimon's definitely on the mend. We should be back to our usual travels in a few days' time. It's just... Paimon's limbs are still feeling a little chilly.
I have just the thing.
Whoa! What's this? Is that... a flame inside an ice cube? Wait, is this real ice? How's it not melting? And how does the fire keep on burning?
All keen observations. You're right. This is called core ignis. Whenever I've caught a cold in the past, I found I recover much more quickly if...
Awesome! Wow! It's so nice and warm! Oh, it's like magic. Your name was Odette, right? How did you two meet again?
Looks like she's in pretty good spirits. That's a relief. Any progress with your investigation yet? No surprises there, I'm sure. They're not likely to let anything slip. The Rokad, huh? Members of the Rokad keep their true identities hidden. Leave it with me. Meet me at the Korolyevsky troop tomorrow, and I'll tell you how it goes.
Would anyone like a drink? I'm gonna head to the bar.
Paimon will have... maybe some hot milk? Enough with the secret chat, you two! Let's catch up prop, it'll be kinda like tabletop troop!
¿Dónde son las recompensas del diario aquel? Pero no lo encuentro. Ya se levantó Paimon.
The boss is gonna give Paimon a copy of the latest.
Aquí.
Ad Astra Abyss. Ad Astra Abyss.
No way. Una Paimon dibujada en el video. Decorar vagón. ¿Cuánto lo de las misiones? Los amigos, logos, inventario, archivo. Archivo. Completa las misiones para desbloquear el diario de aventurero. Aquí estaba. Como 20. La changa. Oh, nos vamos. Tengo el subsuelo, el borde. Hierbas también. Bueno, gasto la resina y me voy a dormir.
Transfixed! Oh, goodness! Encased!
¡Madre! Moriste, Arlequino.
Letting grave names echo!
One down! Firestorm!
Bring it! Laid bare.
Here, boy! Bullseye!
Let the mountains made spoil!
Encased! Fighting frog!
Bring it!
Firestorm!
Letting grave names echo!
One down! It's dog eat dog!
Witness my rise! Bring it! Overruled!
Bueno, solamente me faltarían las hierbas. Y esto, no puedo sintetizar. Solamente las hierbas me hacen falta.